Salakia, my phone just cut off on me, but this is part of that, fearless trust. I mean, fearless faith and trust Yahweh Shema Shah. And I was going into that you will be hated. It's part two. It just got, phone just cut off on me. You will be hated. Will be hated because that's what's going on. That's what time we're in. We'll be hated. Be hated, Salakia. Hated. For and that's the time we're coming in where you're truly gonna be hated. This is Matthew 10 and 22. It says, I'm just gonna grab 22 the point. It says, "You shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but he that endureth to the end shall be saved." It says of all men, of all these wicked men, right? Because we speaking against this wicked kingdom. And so they're gonna come with all their hate, all their tyrannical rule. They're gonna use their enforcers to try to enforce, enforce censorship on us, to stop us from talking, preaching the word. This is what they're going to do. They're going to use intimidation tactics. They use their same playbook, slander, intimidation, lies and agents. Their playbook is still the same. It has never changed, So we're aware of that, but, the scripture said, that, hey, the Lord got us covered. So despite all of that, the Lord is going to protect us. That's why that's why we have this fearless, that's why we must maintain this fearless faith in Yahweh Shema Shai. Let me grab this right quick, because we got examples of that. And, like I was talking about earlier, but I had, another one that I like to go to, a bunch of our favorite scriptures in 2 Kings 6 and 16. Because these people don't know, when they think they're going to, get away with trying to do some evil to us, the Lord is going to, not only is he going to lift up the standard, he's going to protect us, like he did in this passage, 2 Kings 6, and I'm going to get to the point, Salakia. It's Salakia. That's Elisha and Elijah. He'll head out. Let's get to the point, Salakia. Alright, this is I'm gonna start at 15, Salakia. "And when the servant of the man of the Most High was risen early and gone forth, behold, the host compassed the city both with horses and chariots. And his servant said unto him at last, My master, how shall we do? He answered, Fear not, for they that be with us are more than they that be with him. And Elisha prayed and said, Salakia, and Elisha prayed and said, Yahweh, I pray thee, open his eyes that he may see. And Yahweh opened the eyes of the young man, and he saw, and behold, the mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire round about Elisha," right? And, that's what we have for our protection. It's coming our way. You know what I mean? He said the Lord's going to lift up a standard when they roll in like a flood. Let me grab that. Lift up a standard, Salakia. Lift up a standard. And that's what we have for our protection. The Lord is going to, it said, angel of the Lord encamp about those who love and fear him. So how much more now in these last days? This is Isaiah 59:19. It says, So shall they fear the name of Yahweh from the west, and his glory from the rise of the sun. When enemies shall come in like a flood, the spirit of Yahweh shall lift up a standard against him. And that's what's going to happen. He's going to lift up a standard, and we're going to get whatever we need to conquer our enemies. Again, it's more, the Lord's army is far more superior, far more stronger, far more mighty, and outnumber any man-made army that could ever come against us. So we don't have anything to worry about. We just got to maintain that fearless faith in Yahweh Shema Shai. That's what's going to get us through the end. You know what I mean? We can't waver, get scared, get nervous because we're in the midst of the battle. We got to know the Lord is going to come through, because he's come through time and time again. Like I said, with all our patriarchs and all our prophets of old, he's going to do the same thing in the latter days, because It's written, you know what I mean? And he's going to protect us. Let's go to Revelation 2 and 10. To help you, make sure you have that fearless faith. It says, fear none of these things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and you shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. And that's the fearless faith that we have to maintain. That no matter what happens to us, and this is not for all the brothers, it's just to make you aware of some of the things that may transpire. You know what I mean? The scriptures is clear. You know what I mean? Some of us may be martyrs. A lot of brothers not going to taste death. You just got to maintain your, you have to maintain your presence, your strength, your mental stability, and that faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, that fearless faith to push through, regardless of what this devil tries to do to us. Because no weapon formed against us is going to prosper, but we've got to maintain that, maintain our footing, maintain exactly what we're doing and keep rolling forward. We soldiers in the Yahweh Shem Yahushua's army. So we're going to be tried and tested, but that fearless faith is going to get us through. All right, I hope this was edifying. With that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Rekakwadash. Double honor to the apostles, elders, great millstone, taught us the truth, and rule well. Till next time, Shalom, Kwam Yasharal, and a Bob of Paul.